Apologies if I sound off. I'm laying down because I'm tired and I'm making this at the same time. But one of earlier times in my high school is I remember my friend Chase used to always be a Polo G fan, and that kind of led him to being a DDG fan and a Scorey fan. He might not be as much of a DDG fan now, but I definitely remember he used to be because he's still a huge Polo G fan and he still likes Scorey. But those guys were back then in Polo G's clique a lot more, so it kind of made sense that my friend was put onto him by Polo G, and then he pulled him onto me because I know I also love rap music, and early scoring music was pretty good. Love Letter, Rock and Roll is on my playlist. I like Rock and Roll pretty good. Love Letter's a good song. I had yet to listen to a full project by him, and then I listened to this one. And to be honest with you, I'm about to have to stop recording to look up the name of it because I forgot the name of it. If that kind of gives you an idea of where this review is going to go. I know it's kind of redundant that the last 3 album reviews I've made have been talking about how the albums are boring, and that's just kind of how it's been right now. The Ian Dior album was boring, the Lil Durk album was boring, and this Scorey album is also pretty boring. He suffers kind of from the same problems Polo G does, but they're a lot worse because what Polo G is good at in his niche and his role, he is amazing at. He's D1 at it. He is great at making the music that he makes, that kind of niche that Polo G feels, that kind of chill. He can make hype songs when he wants to, but that chill, laid back music, My All, in my opinion, is Polo G's best song, especially, maybe not his number one song, but, his best song in a while. That is what Polo G does right. Consistently, everything Polo G does, he's doing it A-grade on here. Scorey kind of is attempting to give the same feeling that Polo G gives and the same vibe that Polo G gives, but first of all, he kind of comes off as more of a clone because Polo G was doing this vibe first and everything, but he does it kind of worse because he isn't Polo G. A lot of what helps Polo G is his voice. His voice sounds really good and he can sing a little bit. Scorey kind of can't do that. His voice doesn't sound as good and he can't really sing. He can't hit the same melodies. His bars aren't as good. And this is kind of 15 of the same song, rinse and repeated. The intro was good. Purge is pretty good. And to be honest with you, an album like this, the start of it, because it's not bad. He doesn't sound bad. I can't say he's a bad rapper. I'm going to call this album bad because of how boring it is. I feel like it's the most boring album out of the 3 that I've listened to, I should have titled these videos boring album listen number 1, boring album listen number 2, boring album listen number 3. But anyway, like I said, this is just 15 of the same song, rinse and repeated. A couple features on here, Dro Kenji, and what was the other one? I don't remember. There was another one, I feel like. Dro Kenji doesn't do too awful bad, but Dro Kenji I don't know, he didn't really fit on the song, I don't guess. But him and Scorey are actually pretty good friends in real life. It's kind of cool. But anyway, it's kind of just weird because all 15 of these songs are trying to do the same thing. They're trying to give the same feeling. They also suffer from having piano beats, but these sound even more similar than Polo G beats do. And that is a common critique of Polo G, and is kind of even worse on Scorey. And really, that's kind of what Scorey is becoming, is kind of just a more, not even more, just a not as good Polo G, but significantly not as good, if that makes sense. This album isn't even, I forgot to say the name of it. It's If You Feel Lost, which is kind of a cool name, and it's not even an awful album. I've heard worse sonically sounding music, but in terms of just enjoyment and excitement and the feeling, listening to 15 songs like this in a row, I couldn't do it. It sounded better at the beginning of it, and then once you realize after about 2 or 3 tracks in that this is gonna be what this album sounds like until the end of it, it makes that 40 minute runtime. I think it's 40. I think it was 37 minutes, but it might have been 40. It makes that 40 minute runtime feel like an hour and a half. And that is actually a perk of it. The album is relatively short, 15 songs, only like 37 minutes. A lot of the songs are not over 3 minutes, which is good. That's preferable for an album like this, because if it was like 3 or 4 songs longer, I don't think I would have finished it. I already had to take 2 breaks listening to it, because if I'm that bored listening to an album where I feel like I have to take a break and listen to something else just to feel stimulus, then that's just automatically not a good sign. So overall, I'm going to give this project a 2 out of 10. And I feel like if I listen to one more boring project, I'm going to be sick. Made it to the end of the video, then obviously you can hit that subscribe button, like, comment, do all that good stuff. I will greatly appreciate you. We're at 328. I want to be at 500 by the time I go to college. I think that'd be really dope. I just dropped like an hour-long weekend video ranking all of his albums, so go check that out. It's almost at 100 views at the time of me recording this. So I would love to, by the time this is out and you watch this, it'd be at 100. Let's get it to 1,000. How about that? I want 1,000 views. Anyway, I love you guys. Hope you're having a great day.